Greetings, nFusz owners, friends, shareholders. This is Rory Kataya, CEO of nFusz. This is September 29th, 2017, and what we're doing here is basically an addendum to the September 15th, 2017 SHAC conference call. That call was a lengthy call. We covered a lot of information, and I had promised that if we didn't cover all of the information, questions that people had, I would do this again. I actually thought I had covered it, and I learned later that there were still some open questions, some issues, some concerns that people had that were not properly addressed, or at least addressed sufficiently last time. So I'm doing this again to be responsive to you guys. So I know that the first question on the top of everyone's list is the selling that's been going on for the past 2+ weeks. In the last call, I mentioned that there is a particular seller. That seller had somewhere in the range of 1.3 million, 1.4 million shares that they had intended to sell. I also explained last time that this is not selling happening because this is a seller that has some information that you don't, that's negative, and they want to liquidate their position. It's not that. It's not that the seller doesn't believe in the company or the technology or management. It's none of those things. Actually, quite the contrary. This is that seller's business model. This is what they do. They don't deviate from it. And as I explained, there was going to be about 3 weeks more of selling at that time. And now we are just at the end of week 2. So we have 1 more week, guys. My understanding is that there are approximately 450,000 shares that will likely be sold next week, and then that's it, okay? That's it from the seller. We don't anticipate any other big selling going on. I will tell you that given the number of shares sold in these past several weeks, and the amount of, intense amount of pricing pressure that we've seen, I'm actually feeling pretty good at how well the stock held up, the support that it had. Don't forget, every share that was sold, that means somebody bought it. So to those people, let me say congratulations, because you did a great thing, because it's not going to see this kind of pricing again. I just can't even imagine that. So congratulations. Let me move on to some other topics. Financing. I mentioned that we were negotiating, getting close to concluding a financing. We're going to have an announcement next week about that, and I will return and do this again next week and not wait until the October 15th, 2017 SHAC call, so I don't want that much time to go by. I know people are going to have questions that will certainly be meaningful and important questions after you read what you'll find in the 8K, and I want to be able to answer questions and be responsive to it. I think that this is going to be a fantastic thing for the company and for our shareholders, and certainly people are going to have questions about it. I won't make you wait until October 15th. We'll come back next week and address everything about it. Who got bars? Tonight, the first show. Very exciting for us. I get a ton of questions about who got bars, what is it, why are we doing this, are we now in the content business? So let me explain what this is all about. So look, we're very proud of the technology that we created. In fact, the technology that you're going to find behind Who Got Bars, and certainly Notify CRM, it's groundbreaking technology. And this really goes to our overall philosophy as a company. So other companies that might develop a product or a service or technology, whatever it might be, they'll go out and try and market it using traditional marketing means and cross their fingers to a great extent, hope they get lucky, and someone buys it, uses it, creates awareness for it. All that's good, and that's traditional marketing for any business. And yeah, we do the same thing. But we do something different. We take a different approach. And rather than just wait around until we can finish a deal with a prospective client or customer that can utilize the technology, what we decided to do here is create our own show and make our own show interactive and go to market with that as a way to showcase the technology. And I can't think of a better way, frankly, of doing it. So what you're going to find when you watch the show is a really new, different, engaging way to consume any content, video content. So first of all, it's a rap battle. It's sort of a NCAA bracketed kind of competition where you start out with 12 contestants, you end up with one. We're starting with Los Angeles first, so we'll identify at the end of the competition the winner of Los Angeles, and then we'll go to New York and a handful of other cities around the country. We're even intending to go to London. So this is a contest that's going to go on for a long time. And there's value in owning the show itself, which we do as we created it. So let me talk a little bit more about the technology in the show and then some upcoming opportunities. So first, you're going to find the ability to click on a like button under each contestant. And the purpose of that is not to tabulate votes, but the purpose of it is for the viewer to be able to keep track of what he or she liked about that particular contestant. So as you're watching that contestant, you can be clicking on this button the entire time and tabulating. It'll show you a number on screen, how many times you liked something that contestant did. And then when the next contestant goes, you'll be able to do the same thing. And that will allow you to make an informed decision at the end of that round as to which contestant you want to vote for. Because many times, after you see the first contestant, you forget what the last one did. So then, of course, you'll be able to place your vote on screen, clicking the vote button, which does get tabulated and counts towards the winner. But that like button keeps you engaged. And look, we live in a world now with a generation of people who've grown up playing video games. They want real-time interaction with all of the content they consume. The whole generation of us that wants that sort of, sit back, lay back experience where you just sit there and watch. That's not this generation. This generation wants to be engaged. And I think that the technology that we're introducing here with the show has broad implications across all kinds of content that people will consume. And I think the timing could not be better. So I think we're really here in the right place, right time, right technology, right team, right company, right shareholder base, because you guys are amazing. I think we're really going places here. A couple of other things I want to tell you about the show in terms of the technology. You're going to see the ability to buy merchandise in real time while you're watching the show in a way that no one has ever seen before. It's really cool. Again, this is a showcase for this kind of technology. It has broad implications. And frankly, we believe that it's going to become a paradigm shift in how advertisers and sponsors want to spend their money, because as they become aware that this technology exists, they're going to demand that producers adopt it in their programming. Because otherwise, what are they going to do? They're going to do what they've been doing for decades. Let me write a check. Here I'm paying for my sponsorship, and then I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that people show up at my store or my website and buy after the program is over. Well, here, these sponsors and advertisers are going to know in real time during the program how well and how much of a return on their investment they're getting during the show. So it changes everything. They're monetizing right now, not maybe later, but right now. And we think that sponsors and advertisers for all programs are going to demand that this technology be adopted. So broad implications there. There's a lot more, and I'm going to leave it to those of you who will see the show to see how meaningful we think this is for all video content. So let me move on past that. Oh, one more thing. We have not really gone out heavy for this first episode to market it, promote it. And next week there'll be an announcement and you'll understand why there'll be a new relationship associated with this that will add tremendous value, will create huge awareness for the program, and we're very excited about it, and I look forward to being able to share that news next week. As I've mentioned, I really don't want to be putting out news while we have the selling activity going on, which unfortunately will continue next week, but there's some things that I have to put out. This announcement concerning the rap battle, Who Got Bars, will be out next week, and we'll talk about that as well. Let's see, another announcement I'm likely going to have to put out next week, I'm not going to be able to wait on, is some new additions to our team that I'm personally very, very excited about. I think you will be too. Right person in the right spot in the company at the right time, and again, exciting information that I'm looking forward to sharing. Investor relations firm, yes, very much still at the top of our list. Looking forward to that announcement. That probably will not be next week, but coming soon. A lot of exciting things happening on that front. We intend to do things very differently in terms of investor relations and investor awareness. So I'm listening. The suggestions that you guys have made, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Keep it coming. Look, we're listening always, and we appreciate the input from you guys. So that's coming. American Idol, that relationship has expanded. We were on Good Morning America this past week with our audition booth kiosk, and we're going to be on again next week, from what I understand. American Idol, I think, announced the 2 new judges today. I can't say who they are because, frankly, I haven't looked at the press release and see if they announced it yet. So sorry, you'll see it yourself. They're going to be announced today, and they will appear on Good Morning America next week. All of them, and on the show that Ryan Seacrest is on, Ryan, Kelly and Ryan, whatever it's called. So we're looking forward to being seen and actually talked about on those shows, which will be terrific for us. Some other things coming up. There's a very popular cable news, financial news show program that I'm certain all of you are familiar with. And we are speaking to them about an appearance on the show. Nothing's finalized yet, clearly, and when it is, and hopefully it will be, there'll be an announcement there, but could be extraordinary for us. So I think that's it for now, guys. We got a lot going on. It was tough just getting a quiet time here to do this with you. We're in the middle of getting the show ready for tonight. 1,000 other things going on. It's a very exciting time here at the company. We're looking forward to the selling being done next week, and the sky's the limit after that, guys. Okay, one other thing I forgot to mention that I'd like to share with you guys is we've got a cool new campaign that's getting launched soon for our Notify CRM product, and it's I Hate CRM. I hope you're gonna like it. I'm gonna show you a little teaser right now. Okay. Let me start and then jump in where you think you need to jump in and push it forward, okay? All right, so give me a cue and we'll go. All right, so I hate CRM. I hate pretty much everything about CRM. Customer relationship management software. I don't know how many of you out there use it or some form of it. I hate it. I've tried so many of them. I manage a business and all of my team members have tried using CRM products. It takes more time to figure out how to use the product than to actually get results from using the product. And we've tried countless CRM products. So we decided to make our own. I'm Rory Kataya, CEO of nFusz. Thank you for hanging in there with us. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments, your questions. We really do appreciate it, and we're going to keep it coming. Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend.